Hi there. In this video, we're going to take a look at doing market research on Twitter. And there's a couple of reasons why you'd want to go out on Twitter in order to do market research. The first is Twitter is a great place to find people and what they're talking about. And by looking for the people or looking for the topics that you are interested in or that your company, service, or product support, you could see the kind of questions that people are asking. And you can see what's sort of hot on top of people's minds right now. So it's a great way to see what people are thinking about and what they need. The second thing is there are people asking those questions. And since you're going to find all those people, they can become potential customers. And it's a great way to find people who are asking questions or need help with the thing that you provide. So doing market research on Twitter can give you a bunch of different benefits. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do that and then how to take advantage of some of the information you find. What I do want to say first is that the screen you're seeing here is HootSuite. And that's out at www.hootsuite.com. And I like HootSuite because it is a fully online tool. I use HootSuite as my way to look at Twitter and also Facebook. It really lets me organize everything very nicely. I have all my columns here, folks who I'm talking to, my mentions, my small business list, all kinds of things that I can monitor here. And it puts it all in one place. And I could also see my Facebook things. So I got my Facebook pages here. I can see my LinkedIn information here. And what I really like about HootSuite the most is because it's online, no matter what computer I go to, I'm going to have all of my columns and tabs and everything waiting here for me when I log in. So very nice features, and I'm actually going to likely do a video pretty soon on why I love HootSuite so much. But for now, let's dive into what we're going to be doing with Twitter. So to search Twitter on HootSuite, you go up into the top right corner here, and they have a nice little search Twitter box. And if you click on it, you'll see that it actually shows you the top trending topics, which is kind of fun sometimes to see what people are talking about. Sometimes they make a lot of sense, and sometimes they don't make any sense at all. Like Follow Me Will and Pala Brasha Horror Sass. Anyway, I'm a little afraid to click on that and find out what it's all about. But that's just something to play with when you have time, and it's always kind of interesting to see what people are talking about and what is trending toward the top. There's also some great sites for that I could show you in another time. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm just going to search. So let's take a look. You know, the people who I'm looking for are the people who need help with small business technology solutions. So let's take a look at small business technology. Okay, and then just hit enter or return, and it's going to pop up with a stream of people, tweets that people are using to talk about it. And as I look through here, there's some information here, 5 excellent small business blogs to learn from, small business in the cloud, lots of some retweets of that tweet above. In fact, a lot of retweets of that tweet above. That would be kind of interesting to take a look at. And I think that there's some definite information that's interesting here, but it is not really people asking questions, and that's what I want to find. So let's try to move in a little bit closer on this. Why don't we take a look at maybe small business software? So I take a look in here. So I see somebody who's talking about the best budgeting and forecasting software for small businesses, but I'm not really seeing someone who's asking a question. They're providing information. And, somebody who's saying, hey, share your knowledge here. Well, that's all great. Benefits of business, software for small home business and Hitchin. So a lot of information on here, a lot of people, vendors, promoting their material and content, but a little bit maybe too high level for me. Not really people coming in here and asking questions. And that's what I'm looking for. Who are the people who are asking questions? And what questions are they asking? So the next thing I'm going to try is I'm going to use a hashtag. Now, if you notice the little number sign here, a hashtag in Twitter allows you to tag your tweets. So in other words, if somebody uses a hashtag to search, your tweet comes up under that hashtag. And they're very handy. So they're literally tags, like you have tags for posts on a blog, or the way you tag something with a piece of information. So we're going to actually just put in here software. Let's try that and hit enter. And under software, it's a bit high level, and typically for the market research you want to get down to the lower level. A lot of information around here, but not a lot of really good stuff. Nobody's really asking questions. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to look. I happen to know that there's a hashtag called small biz. Fun one to follow if you're a small business person. And as I look through here, again, I don't see a lot of people asking questions. So this is really not taking me down where my down the path that I want, which is to find people who are asking questions about small business technology and find out what they're asking about. So now, just like as if I was on a search engine, I start thinking, what would other people use? What other words would other people use when they're asking questions about software? And one of the ones that I came up with is recommend software. You know, can someone recommend software? So let's try searching for that. Aha! So now we get questions. This one's about poker, so probably not one that I really wanted. But here, what web apps or software do you recommend to simplify sorting and bulk mentioning? Interesting. A lot of people tend to retweet each other in here, but hey, I'm getting some questions, so this is kind of interesting. Okay, some people who are just putting out recommendations. Sometimes those are people who really love a product, or they might be affiliates who are trying to get you to click on there and buy it so they can make money. And here's someone, they're asking, can you recommend some worthy site mapping software on and offline? Well, I certainly could. He's asking a specific person, Inspiration F, but you know what? The beauty of Twitter is that you're welcome to contribute and give them real information, as long as you're not spamming them and saying, this is the product that I sell and you should use it. But if you come back with some good information, then that's a very good use of that. So here's somebody who's asking a question about site mapping. And as I keep going down, I'm going to start seeing some questions about software. Not a ton, but they're in here. And that means, so here we go, anyone know video screen capture software that you recommend your mom use? Now, this is actually, just because I happen to know this, I've done market research on Twitter plenty of times, this is actually one of the hottest topics that people ask about is video screen capture software. A lot of people want to make screen captures, and they want to make videos of their screen exactly like I'm doing right now, and they want to know where they can find good tools for doing that that don't cost a lot of money. Which tools do you recommend for managing project resources? Here's a great one, project management. Good video editing software. Again, a lot of people are retweeting it. So this is a good one for me to kind of keep. And so I'm going to click on Save as Stream. And you'll see it adds it to my tab. Now, HootSuite has this handy little thing up here where I can sort of say how many streams I want to see, so I can bring that down to a manageable level. But what's cool about this is that no matter when I come in, from now on, when I come to the Need Help tab, I'm going to see the Recommend Software search sitting here for me in a stream. And it'll be up to date. And I could always say Show More. And I can go all the way through here and see what kind of questions people are asking. So let's go back in here. And here's an interesting thing that happens on search engines too. Sometimes if you just use the same terms, but you flip them around a little bit, you get different results. So let's do software recommendation. Okay, so now you can see, even though the terms are very similar, recommend software and software recommendation, the tweets are not the same. And that's an important fact. So let's take a look here. Oh, again, free screen capture software. Someone's looking for Nikon software, not really what I'm providing. New apps and software recommendations on their website, so they're trying to tell people what they have on their site. Any of video format converting software recommendation. This is important kinds of software when you want to actually convert a video from one format to another, which is really handy sometimes if you want to post it to the web. So let's keep looking through here. This fellow is looking for poker software. Not really my cup of tea, but I'm sure that there's a number of people out there who would love to tell him all about it. Let's see. They are... Okay, here's someone who needs to organize and analyze images for their dissertation. So again, oh, and here's a good one. These guys are looking for recommended source code revision software. So this is for coders, people who need to actually keep track of the different versions of their code as they're creating applications. Here's another one. Anyone have a recommendation for good contact management software geared for web designers? I got a bunch for this guy. So here's another good stream for me to kind of keep an eye on to find out what people are asking about. So now, and here's a fun one, let's just add an S at the end of recommendations. So now we got instead of software recommendation, we're going to do software recommendations. And once again, we get different results. It's all kind of the fun of search. And this one seems to be a really good one. I can see right off the top, seeking easy to use free editing software. This person's looking for any recommendation for good screen capture software. Again, looking for recommendations for project management software. Perfect. And general architecture software. Any good software recommendations for Mac for testing normality of data distribution. Whew, a little over my head. So, again, screen capture software. Speech-to-text software for the iPhone. Project management and CRM software. Recommendations. So maybe they have recommendations or they need some, but still a good thing to follow up on. Researching project management software. Any recommendation from the Tweeterverse? So I'm going to save this stream too. This is actually my favorite stream, it looks like, where I can actually find what people are asking for. So now I have 3 streams that I could see every single time I come in here. And if I wanted to, I could devote a half an hour a day or even 20 minutes a day to sort of coming in here and seeing what people are asking about. And now I know what the top topic is. Well, the top topic seems to be screencasting and making videos of your screen. And that is something that I can provide a lot of information on. So at this point, what I would do is I would go to my blog and I would create an article about it. I would write a post which would say, here's the screencasting softwares that are out there, and these are the stuff that you could use. Here's the free ones, here's the ones for Macs, here's the ones for PCs, and have that information on my blog. Now, not only will I be found by people who are looking for this on search engines, because you could be sure if they're looking for it here on Twitter, they're also looking on search engines for it. So not only will I be found by people who are looking for it on regular search engines, but I can come back here, and during that 20 minutes a day, I can actually look for each one of those people who is asking for screen capture software, and I can say, I've got a post that answers your question right here, and give them the link. Every day, I could take that one piece of content I created one time and reuse it over and over and over to answer people's questions online. And now they come to my site and I can try to get them to become members of Mad About Solutions because they see that I have answers to small business solutions or small business technology questions, and I can go ahead and I can tell them about Mad About Solutions. So while they're on my site, I can sell them products and services. This is called inbound marketing, and it's extremely powerful. In fact, there's one fella, the sales lion. I love this guy. His name is Marcus. Marcus is a real expert at this inbound marketing. He has taken his family's pool company and created a few years ago, a bunch of great content on pools. How to choose a pool, what pools are best, how to fix a pool, how to maintain a pool, how to be safe around a pool. All kinds of great content. And the next thing he knew, he was appearing at the top of the charts for every search engine. And people were coming to his family's small website and reading up on the information. And while they were there, they were buying. Because doing this kind of inbound marketing, providing information for free around topics and helping people by answering their questions is the best kind of pre-selling you could ever do for any customer. So, you come into HootSuite or into any other Twitter client, or even you can go to Twitter itself. You do the research to find out what questions people are asking. Create the content on your site to answer those questions, and then come in here and every time you see that question, direct a person to your site to get that question answered. And now you have targeted direct traffic coming to your site, which is talking about which is interested in the kind of information that you can provide. And while they're there, they're going to see your products and they're going to see your services, and hopefully they're going to become your customers. And that is market research on Twitter.